Howdy. Yeah, you might notice that I sound pretty awful and I'm still coughing. This is day 5 of COVID for me and for Nikki also. She's had a little bit more of a rough time with it than I have. And I've mustered up the strength and the ability to at least wobble my way into our office and get some work done, react to some videos, hang out with you guys just a little bit. I've missed you so much. It's been 5 days. 5 whole days feels like a month. It seems the past like 3 or 4 months have been not the best, but we're here, right? So that's something. And I saw that there were some great videos that have come out, and one in particular that I thought would be interesting for me to do a solo reaction to, and that is the game that Nintendo wants you to forget. And we all know that this is by our good friend Jaden Animations, and I'm going to go ahead and put a like on it because she always does a great job. But I'm a big fan of Jaden Animations videos. I love video games. Nikki's not so big into video games. Whenever she plays games for us on live streams and I get the opportunity to hang out with her and play games, it's a treat because it's just not her thing. She's an artist. She loves to draw also and animate things and create crafts and do things like that. But video games are not her strong point. There's only a few that she really, really likes. So when it comes to Jaden Animations videos, a lot of them revolve around her experiences with video games, just like the one that we're going to watch today, and I'm excited about this one. I'm a Nintendo fan. I like a lot of their stuff, so I'm curious to know what game it is that she thinks Nintendo wants us to forget. Before we get into the video, if you have any guesses as to what you think she's going to be talking about, drop that down in the comment section because I'm interested. If I had to take a guess, I would think that it was maybe a game that was meant to sell some kind of shovelware, some kind of add-on for a video game system of some kind. But I don't know. Very often it seems like they will come out with some new thing for their console, and then you'll hear about it for a couple of months and never hear about it again. Mainly the one for me that I know that they pushed really hard and then just shut up about were the Mario Kart remote control cars that you could build the track for, and you could see the layout of your track on like a little map, and then you could see like actually the remote control car's perspective driving through your house. I don't know whatever happened to that, but it just seems like they never talk about it anymore, and I thought that was going to be a huge game changer, but guess not. Anyway, let's check out what Jaden Animations has to say, and we'll watch this video again. The game Nintendo wants you to forget. You ready? Let's check it out.
Everyone knows about the classic household name, Dance Dance Revolution. It's the one where you go to those arcade places and there's that one Asian guy full comboing the hardest song with both player slots, and he's been doing it with no break for the past 2 hours, and he's the coolest person anyone has ever seen. It's a huge video game genre that's sparked an incredibly talented and dedicated fan base, but we're not talking about a game that has any of that. We're talking about the Mario DDR game that came out on the GameCube in 2005 and is the funniest thing Nintendo has ever done. If you didn't know, Nintendo released their own Dance Dance Revolution game to capitalize on the hype, but it's actually awful. For whatever reason, they just ripped all the assets and models from their Mario Party games and mocapped Mario with various dances, resulting in animations like these. I hope you're starting to pick up on the vibe of this game now. I wanted to run the game at the hardest difficulty, but I realized to unlock each difficulty, you need to complete the entire story mode in its prior difficulty. So to unlock hard mode, you have to beat the game in normal. To unlock very hard, you have to beat it all again in hard. So we all agree that I played the game 3 whole times and didn't use a cheat code to get the hardest difficulty immediately, right? Alright, great. This game is awesome already. The story starts out with Toad running to Mario's house because someone stole the music keys from Truffle Towers and they need to go get them back. What are the music keys? The game calls them the spheres that hold the power of music, and then does not elaborate. They try to head to the tower, and not a minute into the game, we reach our first story hurdle, which is a river. They say it's flooded, but does not look flooded in the slightest. In fact, that is exactly what I'd expect a completely normal river to look like. Also, why would you put your house here in the first place, especially if you're gonna have problems with crossing rivers? But Toad has a solution, and the solution is to dance. Oh my god, do not tell me I can predict how this entire game goes all because of this one sentence. Anyways, Toad says if they dance, maybe they can cross the river, but then they just get in a boat and dance, which I think is one step too complicated. They cross the river in a boat and thank the power of magic, get to Truffle Towers, the door is locked, and then are bombed by Waluigi. Mario gets sent flying, and Waluigi monologues about how he's the one that stole the music keys and intends to use them to become the best dancer in the world.
Oh, wow.
Which, first of all, is full-on admission of guilt and therefore triable in court. And also, I don't think you need to stoop to robbery to accomplish that dream. Like at all. Mario lands at the bottom of a really deep pipe, but uses the power of busting it down to get out. Somehow. I don't know what happened, but he just started dancing and then he was out. And on their way back to the tower, they visit a local shop run by Lakitu. They're shopping, and then the camera pans and reveals, is that the key to Truffle Towers? They ask him about it, and he's just like, yup, ain't she a beaut? And it's like, why is it here? Toad asks if they can have it, and he responds, only if you can do something for me. Which is terrifying and ominous. He takes them to the back, which is also terrifying and ominous, but says, these brat kids are messing with my garden. If you get rid of them, you can have the key. Oh, phew. Okay, he just wants us to beat up children. So Mario just dances around and smashes them. We get the key, go back to the tower, and walk in on Waluigi just having his own private little dance party inside, alone. Have you just been dancing around in silence this whole time? He strikes an anime back pose and challenges us to a dance-off, which we win because look at Mario go. And now we got the music key. Mario does the smallest little punch celebration in the world before Toad says they're not done with their journey. We have one of the music keys, but apparently there's 4 in total. You mean the game isn't 18 minutes long?
Lots of dancing.
Toad summons this incredible music airship that I guess he just has. And off we go to World 2, where they immediately fly into a tornado, get flung away, and ruin Toadette's hotel. And when I say ruin, I mean, turn it into corkscrew pasta. Toadette is absolutely furious, and I'm just praying we didn't kill every single person who was in the building. But Mario's like, don't worry, dude, I know how to fix it. By dancing. Of course. They dance and the building coils itself up again, and Toadette's like, thanks, by the way, I saw the thing you guys are looking for fly over in that direction. Which is like, okay, sure. They head over in that direction, but a whirlpool just spawns out of nowhere. They sail to a nearby island for safety, kind of just stand there with creepy blank stares for a bit, then walk into the only building on the island, which is just another shop. This time it's run by Lakitu, but in a pirate hat. And you'll never guess what he's got. A ship attachment that lets you sail through whirlpools. How incredibly convenient to keep on progressing. Mario and Toad are just looking at the thing, and Lakitu's like, I see you've got your eye on the boogie booster. It lets you sail through whirlpools. Toad's like, oh neat, can we have it? Nope, it's not for sale. Then why is it on display? You know what? You've got a point. If you beat me in a dance battle, you can have it. I kid you not, that is the exact exchange that happens in the game. The song that plays while battling Lakitu is super intimidating, and I thought I was gonna actually be in danger. But Mario wins the dance-off, probably because Lakitu has 0 legs. They get the engine thing that wasn't for sale, and Lakitu definitely did not have to give away. And now they can sail through whirlpools. And when the game says through, they actually mean into, because apparently the music key is in the whirlpool, and I don't know how they knew that, or why they didn't tell me, the player, that in the first place. I was just thinking the whole time, can't you just sail around the whirlpool or something? There's like a whole ocean to sail in, and you're wanting to sail through this tiny little section. But now I look like a fool. And frankly, I don't think it's my fault. So they get to the bottom of the whirlpool and find the second music key being guarded by this giant blooper. And of course, that means we need to dance battle. Since for all these duel songs you get to see the opponent's screen, I thought it would have been really funny to see the blooper have like 8 arrows to hit instead of the classic 4.
Shit.
But whatever, it's just a really creative and fun little idea. I guess they didn't have to be funny, I guess. Also, when I say dance, I mean murder. Mario danced so hard the blooper died. On to World 3 they go, which, by the way, this game is going at breakneck pace. Mario does a couple dances, someone dies, and on to the next area, I guess. They land at an amusement park and are immediately gatekept by these hammer bros who are like, if you want to get in, you're gonna have to dance through us. Toad runs away because he says his legs are too stubby to dance, which means the gatekeeping worked on him. Mario's canonically immune to gatekeeping, so he stepped up to the challenge, and I would like to mention these hammer bros' highest combo was 30, which is not good at all. I'm just saying, I would be embarrassed if I tried to gatekeep someone and performed like that. Just saying. Mario and Toad enter the amusement park to see Wario on a roller coaster with a music key. They yell out, "Follow that roller coaster!" Which is like, if only there were rails to indicate where it's going. But then they make probably the worst decision you could
like
when you're trying to catch someone on a roller coaster, which is get on the other roller coaster cart. If you're getting on a roller coaster to catch someone already on the roller coaster, that doesn't work. Roller coasters don't catch up to each other. That's called a collision. So they make haste again, the chase of a lifetime, and they end up running into a haunted house where Mario needs to dance to fend off the ghosts to avoid being possessed. Is this what you have to do to close Ouija boards people forget to say goodbye to? They make it out and start the chase again. Also, Wario, I don't think you should be saying this when you're clearly in tackling distance. They corner him at the Ferris wheel. He pulls the, if you can beat me in a dance battle, you can have the key thing again. We beat him, and hey, third music key. By the way, Mario has one of the best songs in the game. The two arrive at World 4, where the skybox is very visible, and everything's all snowy and blistery. Toad is about to freeze to death in the funniest animation I've ever seen, as Mario does not care. But they make it to the top of the mountain, where they find the last music key lodged in this giant Freezy's head. Toad goes up to him and is like, "Hey, sir, can we have that?" And gets hard ignored. So he turns to Mario and is like, "Did you see that? I was ignored." Mario, kill him, which the Freezy did not like, which, being honest, is very reasonable. I would be in the same boat if I gave someone the silent treatment and then I overhear them put a hit on me. Even though Toad is clearly in the wrong, Mario dance fights him anyway, and during the very fun upbeat song, the Freezy is seen slowly melting as Mario pelts him with fireballs. The giant Freezy dies tragically. They get the key, and Toad cheers, never once taking the time to self-reflect and realize how unreasonable he just was. And now this beautiful, innocent creature is dead because of it. They fly back to Truffle Towers to put the music keys back when Bowser punches Toad in the throat and takes all the keys back to his castle. Oh my goodness, there's a Secret World 5? Secrets in Mario game? Who would have guessed that? After Mario dances to quite possibly the strangest Mario Bros song I've ever heard.
Okay.
They infiltrate the castle and grab the keys before Bowser is able to use them. Then Toad's like, "You're going down, Bowser. Mario, kill him." And then the most hyped dance battle begins. Have you ever seen Bowser do an aerial while Mario is busting it down in front of him? Well, there you go. This song unironically goes crazy hard too. The premise of this battle is while you're hitting the arrows, you also have to hit these rocket parts, and when you get all three, it builds into this space rocket that flies over and astral squishes Bowser. And I would like to say, for the record, I think it is incredibly impressive he's able to take a giant hammer to the head and immediately jump up and keep dancing like a champ. That's some incredible stamina right there. But the song ends and Bowser collapses. The day is once again saved thanks to Mario and the sociopathic megalomaniac that is Toad. They ask Bowser why he wanted the music keys in the first place, and he's like, "I'll be honest, I just wanted to fix my tone deafness." Poor guy, just wants to become a K-pop star. I guess that struck a chord within Mario because then he just uses all the keys himself and releases all the music power into the world, and they all act like he's a hero and everything is happily and sparkly in the end, and how it's supposed to be used this whole time, which could be cute if it wasn't so stupid, and also invalidates every single organism they slaughtered to get to this point. For real. Was this a good game? Not even close. It was surprisingly hard, but it's not because the game is hard. I think it's really just because the developers didn't know anything about DDR. If they did, they sure as hell didn't make a game that seemed like it. They don't indicate which arrows are on what beats, which is really important in DDR. Well, okay, technically they do tell you what arrow is on a full beat and which are on half beats, but they switch back and forth between the same colors the whole time. See these two squares? Tell me which one is which when they're flying across the screen and all intertwined with each other. In other words, you. Enemy arrows are impossible to see because they're not bright and neon, so they blend into the background, which is distracting enough already. For me, the calibration was wrong, so I went into the settings to fix it, and instead of having a way to recalibrate it manually or something, you have to input plus or minus, which is like, my sweet spot ended up at +9, and I have no idea what that means. I could go on and on, but I think you get the point. Do I hate this game? Nope, I absolutely loved it. And it's all because of the stupid rotoscope dance animations. How could you call this bad? Nintendo will never let this happen again. So I think we need to step up and cherish this game because it's a miracle it exists in the first place. Plus the songs, except that weird one near the end, are actually fire. And I'm dying on that hill proudly.
Hello everyone, I hope you've been doing well. I have been doing quite well myself. Nothing to say this time. I'm working on a lot of like fun stuff, but I can't talk about it yet, so stay tuned. Alright, bye-bye.
Dude, I have to say, like, I have given DDR many tries. There's several times where I've tried to play that game and have looked like a complete idiot because those, like the rhythm games are not my jam. I was never good at Guitar Hero. I was never any good at DDR. The only thing that I was halfway decent at was playing the drums for Rock Band or doing the vocals for Rock Band. That I had a pretty decent time with. But everything else, just not even. Like, even I remember when Parappa the Rapper came out. I wanted to be good at that game so much. I was not. I was not good at that game. It was actually really hard. PS1 game, for those of you that don't know. It's pretty funny. You should check it out. Kick, punch, it's all in the mic. Yeah, this looked super interesting as far as like a Mario crossover goes. I never thought that would exist. I've never seen or heard anything about that game before. But I could also see how people that are just into that kind of stuff would really appreciate it and like Nintendo's spin on the idea. So neat. I love Jaden's animation, and I thought that shit was so funny. The way that she puts perspective on the storylines for these Nintendo games, it always cracks me up. Because especially with the Pokemon shit, like if you look at it from a certain perspective, it can be pretty brutal. And it's like, damn, did they really have to go there? Like her pointing out like how savage and ruthless Toad was in this game. It's kind of on point. And I can't believe that the whole thing about collecting the music keys or whatever turned out to be nothing more than just set them free. Like she said, you dominated all this ass along the way, and then at the end it's just like for fuck all, you know. Wow, never heard of it until today. May never think about it again, but I'm very glad that I learned about it with you guys and got to hang out and watch this video with you guys. Like I said, this excuse me, this COVID isolation situation, I'm lucky to have Launch, my cat, and Shorty, my dog, and my wonderful partner Nikki to have been here with me. Unfortunately, Nikki got sick as well. She's recovering. We're getting better. I think we're on the better side of the situation because it was pretty awful there for about 4 days. It was really, really shitty. But it's good to be starting to feel better and get back into the swing of things, get to hang out with you guys, get to react to videos like this, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Give Jaden some love. Go subscribe to her channel. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, she's got tons of it. One of the most successful animators on YouTube, one of the most talented, a great storyteller too. I really appreciate the fact that not only can she draw and edit and animate her ass off, but she's also able to put together a really awesome story about her experiences with a lot of these games and some of her life experiences. Pretty interesting stuff. So if you are into any of that, I suggest that you subscribe to her channel. You could also give this reaction a like. Subscribe to this channel. You could even give recommendations for videos you would like to see me or me and Nikki react to down in the comment section on our Discord channel, which will be linked in the description. We also go live on every Monday and Thursday evening whenever we're, not sick. And we go live on Monday and Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We play games, we hang out. You never know what we're going to be up to. We also like to film our reactions on a normal week. We do live reactions on Twitch at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. So you can follow us on Twitch for that. We always have a great time, and it's cool to see people talking and have our friends' opinions and things along the way as we're reacting to videos too. So if that's something you'd be interested in, you can follow us on Twitch, and that link will be down in the description as well. But for this video, I think that's going to do it, y'all. I'll see you in the next one.